Boots is he's a great fighter. I enjoyed watching the fight last night. He got rid of that dude in just one round, which is impressive. But that dude won shit.
Erickson the Hammer Lubin, as we know, got a fight coming up with Virgil Ortiz Jr. Very, very highly competitive matchup.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Get the likes up. Smash the like button.
But Erickson Lubin also heard some of the things that Jaron Boots Ennis had to say after his fight with Lima.
Just go ahead, next. I know he got his fight coming. He focused on his fight, and if you don't win, I'll fight Luben. I'll fight the winner of that. But I want Virgil Ortiz next. And if we can't get Virgil Ortiz next, I heard that Baby Cub was calling me out too. Charlo, he can get it next. Fundora, what's his name? Baccarat, Bartram. The IBF champ, he can get it. Everybody 154 can get it. I'm missing somebody. Who I'm missing? Xander can get it. Anybody at 154, I'm belt chasing. This my division. 154 is mine. I'm on tour.
And Erickson Lubin then seemed to take too kindly to the words that Jaron Boots Ennis saying, simply because, where was this energy prior to Lima? Check out what Luben had to say.
Boots is he's a great fighter. I enjoyed watching the fight last night. He got rid of that dude in just one round, which is impressive. But that dude won shit. Like, Boots after the fight, he he had a lot to say about the whole division. He want to fight this person. He want to fight that person. He want to fight Bakram. He want to fight Fundora. He want to fight Virgil. He want to fight me. He want to fight Charlo. But why the fuck did you just fight Lima then? Feel me? Like, fight, like, out the gate. Come out the gate fighting one of these dudes. You know what I mean? Like, that would have been more respectable in my opinion.
And salute to YSM Sports Media for the interview. Erickson the Hammer Lubin, he's right. He's right. Because I think the way a lot of these fighters are looking at it, and some of them may not say nothing, but the fans doing a lot of the talking. If you was go fight, where was this energy prior to Lima? You know what I'm saying? Where was this energy at prior to Lima? Luben said the dude wasn't shit. Yeah, he's a terrific fighter. He looked good out there, but that opponent wasn't nothing. You say you want to fight this guy, you say you want to fight that guy, then why you ain't do it? Why the hell you fighting Lima then? See, this is the narrative with Jaron Boots Ennis right now. And as we spoke more recently about the fact that Bakram wants next, Bakram said he's ready. We're going to see what happens with that. We're going to pay attention to what happens next with Jaron Boots Ennis. Because, truth be told, it may not be Virgil Ortiz. If I'm honest, he has to get past Erickson Lubin, bro. Erickson Lubin is not an easy fight by any means. And the only way I could truly see Virgil winning that fight is if Luben lost a step somehow, if he's magically past his prime, which is impossible because Luben is a young guy, or if Virgil Ortiz wins some type of controversial decision. So for me, that's a 50-50 fight all the way around. And it may not be Virgil Ortiz. It may be Erickson Lubin standing there after the smoke is cleared. But will Jaron Ennis keep that same energy with the hammer Erickson Lubin if he was to get past Virgil Ortiz Jr., which is a high possibility? But boxing itself, not just the fans and the critics, is questioning Jaron Boots Ennis' quality of opposition. There's a plethora of these type of guys on Jaron Boots Ennis' resume. So when guys like the Hammer Lubin, who's been in the ring with some real dudes, see guys like Boots fight a guy like Lima, who was built in a lab somewhere, and then he get on the microphone and do all this boasting and gloating and say, I want to fight this guy. They looking like, man, what? You doing all this from fighting that guy? You acting like you just beat Canelo Alvarez or something, bro. Terrence Crawford wasn't even that excited from beating Canelo as much as you were from beating a Lima. The former IBO super welterweight champion of the world. IBO champion. Right? But Jaron Boots Ennis, man, he got some dudes looking for him. He got some dudes watching him. Bakaram is one of them. The Hammer is another one. Keith Thurman also has some things to say. And Keith one time Thurman says, Boots is a terrific fighter, but calm down. You just got here, kid. Knock out the winner of Ortiz versus Luben first, and then we'll talk. So Keith Thurman's still kind of playing his games a little bit, right? But they saying this in regards to the fact that he ain't fought nobody. This is why these guys are saying these things, because they fought people. Boots ain't fought nobody. That's the narrative right now, that he just ain't fought nobody. And Lima didn't help. Lima did nothing for nobody but Jaron Boots Ennis himself, and that was nothing but a confidence builder. It did nothing for nobody. And now the narrative still remains the same. He's going to have to go out there and fight somebody like Bakaram. That should be the next move. That'll silence everyone. If you want everybody, if you tired of talking, if you tired of everybody talking, you fight Bakaram next. That'll shut everybody up. You fight Bakaram, beat him, and take his IBF belt. Then you be standing in the middle of the street with that IBF belt like, what's up? Now what's up? Now who ain't done shit? I'm a 2-division champion, etc., 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 right? Some of y'all ain't even touched the world championship. Like, Boots could be on his soapbox talking his shit, but he got to go out and fight somebody. Because he is a unified champion, world champion, all that, yada, yada, yada. But he don't have that name on his resume. Not even a solid A-level, B-level name. He really just don't got it. And it did seem like at a point in time, and this is why guys like Keith Thurman asked him, what do you want and all that.
I don't know what's going on with Boots not taking good fights. See, I heard the fight against Virgil didn't happen. Heard the fight against Timo didn't happen. Like, that would never happen to Keith Thurman. Send me both of those contracts. I still don't got a contract. Where's my contract? Send me both of them. You know, and after I do what Boots don't want to do, send me Boots. You know, like, it don't matter, man. Like, bro, you think beating Stanley Onis, you did something in life, kid? You think you really did something in life? That man stands there in the ring like his name, bro. Stanley Onis. He was just standing there, bro. Flat-footed. You know what I'm saying? You think what Keith Thurman brings in the ring is not more heat than that, bro? And you still and everybody still see you getting clocked. Okay? Everybody still see you getting clocked. You ain't been clocked by the right ones, man. I mean, it's
Good
hard,
match. I
man.
like that
I'm
matchup,
back.
buddy.
I'm back,
I
bro.
like that.
I'm back. Run it. I'm back. Stop playing. Put it together.
So you
Put it together, man. You'll get the best fights. You'll get the best fight.
It did seem like a period of time that whenever guys like Devin or anybody with a name wanted to fight Boots, anybody with a name, Brian Norman, Tiafimo, anybody with a name wanted to fight Boots, it seemed like the energy wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same. It's almost like they was dismissive of these guys. Almost like they've Keith Thurman and these dudes. Like, oh man, I've done this, I've done that. Man, you ain't done nothing, do something. That's the energy he was putting off on those dudes. Brian Normans and everybody, right? Almost like they ain't done nothing. I've been whooping on you and sparring, you ain't getting the fight. Yeah, that's just what the energy was like. Then he'll turn around and fight somebody named Lima or, just some random guy, This is just what the narrative is right now. I would like Boots Ennis to go out here and shut everybody up. I would like him to go out here and show everybody how great he really is. But he go have to take the right fights because you got his peers watching like, man, this little dude, man. And a part of me believes that when the fighters see that the narrative is a certain thing, with the fans is constantly saying certain thing, I think they start to believe it as well. Man, that dude wasn't shit. Why you didn't fight nobody prior? You know, so this is how Erickson's looking at it. Because Erickson fought people. He fought Jermell Charlo at 23 years old. He wasn't even ready for that fight yet. How was he? 22, 21, 23? He was real young when he fought Jermell Charlo. So he's looking at it like, man, you ain't even fought nobody. When I look at guys like Devin Haney, they moving up in weight, fighting top guys. I'm looking at Shakur, they moving up, fighting top. I'm looking at Terrence Crawford, he's moving up tight, fighting top guys. I'm looking around in boxing and all the named fighters who got some talent, I'm moving up and fighting other named fighters with talent. Or at least a strong, solid dude. Not somebody nobody never heard of. This is just what the narrative is. And it's up to Jaron Boots Ennis to change the narrative. I'm going to keep hammering down on this. Because Jaron Boots Ennis got to make the right move. He cannot be fighting these dudes that nobody never heard of, bro. He just can't do it no more. There's no more of this. Unless he's the champion, nobody wants to see it no more. Lima didn't count, bro. It just didn't count. It just didn't count. It's almost like you still got the training wheels on and you happy you just first learned how to ride a bike without the training wheels. That's what it looked like when you just got done celebrating that win over Lima, dog. Like you successfully rode down the street without training wheels for the first time. And while it was a very impressive ride, right? It was an impressive ride for as short as it was. We've been expected that of you, bro. That's the thing. I think the expectations for Jaron Boots Ennis is really high. But I don't know if he's quite living up to these expectations that people have of him. And the expectations is because he's a super, super, super talented with an almost seemingly endless ceiling, right? Kid has a high ceiling. So the expectations naturally is going to be very high. Right now, they're almost 30 years old with 30-some fights. With all those KOs he got, the narrative should be very different when it comes to Jaron Boots Ennis. It should be very different. He should be literally on the pound for pound list. He should be one of the guys who's the successor to Terrence Bud Crawford. Some may argue it's Shakur Stevenson. That's debatable, right? Jaron Boots Ennis, Shakur Stevenson, the successor to be the guy who's going to be the leader of the next generation, right? The narrative should be very different with Jaron Boots Ennis. He's been around for quite a while now. And while at one point he was having a hard time getting fights, now, especially after the Karen Kukuchan fight, it don't seem like guys are reluctant on fighting him anymore. It seems like they're more willing to fight him than anything. Of course, they're going to want to be paid because it's still a tough work. It's hard work. And you're going to want to be compensated for the hard work. That's just how life works. But Jaron Boots Ennis, like I said before, did exactly what he was supposed to do. We got that out of the way. And now we move on to bigger and better things. I say, and I will stand on this, the next move for Jaron Boots Ennis should be Baccarat. But tell me what you guys think. Erickson the Hammer Lubin questions, why did Jaron Boots Ennis come out and fight Wisma Lima if he wanted to fight all the other top guys in the weight class? Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.